Hello friends, it's Chrissy. Did not expect to be bringing you another unboxing this month, yet here we are. And I guess this is more of a flip through because technically I unboxed it with book club this morning. But a few days ago, I was minding my own business, hanging around the internet, and Doniki of Catamancy Tarot brings up this deck. And I looked at it and I'm like, yes, this is the deck for me. So a little bit from the website, which is simply depthstarot.com. Depths Tarot is co-created by Annabelle Ray and Katie Tragotis. Depths is tarot divination as seen through a liminal, all-inclusive, more than human lens. Grounded in equanimity, compassion, activism, and expansion, Depths invites all cosmic, inquisitive beings to explore their inner wisdom and their connection to all that is. So these are basically abstract art watercolor type blotches, for lack of a scientific artsy way to talk about them. But before I open this deck, I want to show you what I currently have in my collection that made me feel like I knew this was a deck that I would use. So first is the Soul Space Oracle. This is one of my favorite Oracle decks. It's by Jen Berlingo. The copyright date is 2016, and I think I have had this probably since around that same time. Because I love this deck and I use this deck so often, this Patience especially reminds me of some of the artwork that we'll see. Because this is so loved and so used in my collection, I felt pretty secure that I would use the Depths Tarot. So this was the Oracle deck that made me go, okay, maybe I do need this. And then one of my absolute favorite tarot decks, there's always one of these out on my reading table, is Tarot is Color. So this being, even though it is a more, definitely a brighter presentation, it's still very abstract. All of the princesses are on top because that's what I'm currently studying and just made, just copied for my journal. So yeah, also because of the love and affection that I have for Tarot is Color, I felt pretty secure in purchasing and utilizing Depths Tarot. Now, I will say that this deck is not cheap. However, one of the things that I do for myself is anytime I take what I consider a big risk, I buy myself a gift. That's part of, for me, the pressure / experience of being self-employed and knowing that there aren't bonuses that are going to come from random places that won't come from employer. I give myself bonuses, and the Depths Tarot was my bonus for putting my deck, the Narrative Alchemy Tarot, for sale on Make Playing Cards. So this was my Make Playing Cards bonus. So let's stop talking Chrissy and let's get into the deck. So this is just beautiful. This is very just printed cardboard. There's no finish. It feels lovely. There's a sticker here that I will probably take off and put on the front of my tarot study guide. We have depthstarot.com, made with rapidly renewable materials. I love it. And printed in the USA. On this side, collective evolution, spiritual exploration, communion with nature. I love it. And very similar to the covering, this deck is a very, the box is almost a scratchy cardboard. The gold copper does have some shine to it. It's just, it feels, you can hear it, right? beautiful. Almost feels like thick tissue paper. I mean, it's like tissue paper over cardboard. It just feels really nice. The guidebook is a guide pamphlet. Actually, we have the little piece of understanding the deck. We have the suits, the elements, and then a five card spread, which I really like, and I'm sure I will use. And then inside of the pamphlet, we have the guidebook. We have the majors, these 3 columns, the courts, and then the minors. There is also a electronic guidebook available. It is an additional $20. I bought it as well. I've just poked around on it a little bit, mainly because I didn't want to ruin the deck for myself, because I really hadn't seen it anywhere, and there isn't a lot of information before or other than their website. So I didn't want to go poking around until I received it. I received it this morning. I had book club. I had lunch with my husband, and now I'm up here recording. So I did shift the order of this deck a little bit just for presentation purposes, but I didn't, I intentionally did not pay a ton of attention to it. So these are the backs. The cardstock, they're bigger than I thought they were. For some reason, with one of the pictures I had seen online, I thought they were going to be playing card size, and I really like this size. They are, don't mind me just dropping a box of tissues. They are larger than your traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, so they're oracle size or so. I haven't shuffled them yet, so that's something that we will learn together. So I went ahead and put these in order of, so we'll look at the majors first. So the guidebook does not give information as to, it gives information for the pigments used for the suits, but not for the majors. I'm assuming it's somewhere. It's just not on the front page, or maybe there's I guess there's a variety of pigments used, so it's not the same. But this is a little bit different. So let's walk through the majors. So we have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. These are definitely matte with a decent bend, but they may crease. We'll find out when we shuffle them. I'm all over the place. I love the Empress. Like this one, this was one of the ones I saw when I was flipping through, putting them in order-ish, and this one kind of made me gasp, as did the one coming up very soon. The Emperor, the Chorus as the Hierophant, and thinking about the leader, the conductor, and then those who are following but still using their own voice. And that's from me. That's not from the guidebook. But I love that. This almost made me like lose my breath. For the Lovers, we have the Other. And I really like to look at the Lovers card as us looking at ourselves through the eyes of someone who loves us, and getting out of our own assumptions about ourselves. My take on the Lovers, I know it is about choice, but it's about this choice of seeing ourselves with clarity and outside of our own self-talk and our own histories. And I love the Lovers as the Other. And I wish I remember where I read this, and I'd look it up, but it's on my phone, which I'm recording on. Somebody, a video I saw the other day, and I apologize if it were you, talked about seeing the Lovers as the reunion of two separated parts, and being able to see ourselves and our brokenness joined with the reality of ourself is just beautiful. So all of that to say, so far that I've come across, this is my favorite card in the deck. Again, just from flipping through. We have the Chariot. Oh my gosh, I love this deck. Strength. We have Claire for the Hermit. I love how this is a much smaller representation than we've seen, and the archway of lights over it. I'm just curious to check in the little guidebook for what they say about Claire as the Hermit. Claire is a wayfinder, but they must first create distance to then be able to share direction. It is through their study and contemplation, away from cataphonic din of modern life, that new ways of being may be elucidated. I don't know that word. This is why I don't read out loud in book club, friends. So, finding distance to see the light. Love it. Justice very much looks like the sands of time, but with some trees maybe in here. The hanged one becomes the tethered one. I like how the tether is, there's almost like the sense of swinging from this tether. Death. Temperance. The devil becomes radical. But this is still reminiscent of two horns here. I will leave some mysteries to the deck. I'm not gonna check the guidebook for this one. We got that with the Hermit. Tower, which looks strangely like a butterfly. The star. The moon. The sun. Oh my gosh, friends, I'm in love. Judgment. This separation here. This looks just like a piece of smoky quartz that I own. And this looks very similar to a piece of carnelian. So there may be a day of Chrissy recreating tarot cards with crystals that she owns. The world is stunning. And then the bonus card is the depths. So that I don't keep you here all day, I'm going to flip through the minors side by side. So first we have the suit of intuition. Are we in frame? Catch up watch. Aha, yes. So we have the suit of intuition, which is cups. We have the suit of courage for wands. The suit of freedom for swords, which I also, freedom as swords is brilliant. And gratitude for the pentacles. I am actually kind of shocked that all four of those would fit in frame from where we are. But on my watch, it looks like they do. So we're going to go for it. So looking at the pigments that were used in each of these suits. So for intuition, we have forage beach charcoal, indigo, sea salt, soda ash, and blue moon seawater. For courage, we have lime, turmeric, vodka, beach charcoal, sumi ink, and blue moon seawater. For freedom, for the swords, we have sumi ink, Moab desert sand, walnut ink, and blue moon seawater. Confession, I almost said blue moon sweater. Again, reading out loud is not my strong suit. And then for gratitude, which is again is the pentacles, we have coffee, walnut ink, iron oxide, and Monterey blue moon seawater. So we'll do look at them this way. Again, intuition is cups, courage is wands, freedom is swords, and gratitude is the pentacles. I really like this. All right, so we have the aces, all kind of a single splotch. We have the 2, so we have the 2, 2, 2, and this kind of separates into 2. We also have 2 distinct little squares up here at the top. I love this so much. And also noticing how we have for the cups, they're wider, so there's more water per se. For the wands and the swords, we do have the 2, and then the pentacle is round. So there still is some symbolic acknowledgement of the number in the suit. And it looks like that continues on here as well. We have the 3 of intuition, the 3 of courage, the 3 of freedom, and the 3 of gratitude. So the number is going to be represented by these little squares here in the gratitude suit. Oh, good grief, friends. This is gorgeous. For the 4, intuition, courage, freedom, and gratitude. Oh, look how messy the 5 is. I'm ahead of myself. The 5, cups, wands, swords, and pentacles. Look how messy that 5 of swords is. The 6. This almost looks like a mountain and path here with the 6 of wands. The 7. I really, really like the pentacles, the gratitude suit. Reminds me a lot of the Soul Space Oracle. Oh, we're sticking on, sticking. The 8s. I love the wands. This courage suit. And this is so pointing in all different directions. There's a lot of acknowledgement here of confusion. And the 8 of cups. The 9. Cups, wands, swords, pentacles. Oh, I just saw the 10 of cups and it's beautiful. Oh, am I? Just in the wrong order. Got a little nervous there for a second, friends. And then for the 10, this beautiful 10 of cups with the rainbow, this beautiful 10 of swords going into the black hole. And here in the pentacles, all of the little numerical representations, all these little squares are inside, are being held safely. Good grief, this is gorgeous. And then looking to the court cards, the initiate is page, very similar shape across the 3. I think the wands here is my favorite. For the knights, we have the messenger, a little more movement. Cups, wands, swords, pentacles. maybe they're a little rose petally. For the queens, we have the Creator. Again, cups, wands, swords, pentacles. This was the one that reminded me in particular of the card from the Soul Space Oracle. And then finally for the king, we have the Teacher. So each of these has a ring around them of little dots. So let's see how it shuffles and how it reads. I don't think... Oh, it'll riffle. Kind of nervous to bend it. It's a little stiff at this point. So probably what I will do for a nice part of my evening is separate them into half and riffle here just to break them in a little bit. If I end up, you know, bending a card, creasing a card, it's not the end of the world. I've done it before. I'll do it again. But this is actually a much easier shuffle than I expected from this deck. I mean, it riffles and it bridges really well. If I can keep them in my hands. So, when I do my my initial reading, they stick together a little bit, friends. So they're a little, maybe a little rose petally. But when I do my intro reading, it's a 3-card reading. How the deck sees itself, how it sees me, how it sees our work together. And I'll probably look at these 3 cards, unless it's just an obvious answer. My plan is to look at the guidebook for these 3 cards. So how the deck sees itself, how it sees me. Oh, that's beautiful. And how it sees our work together. Oh, friends, this is beautiful. So I'll give my little reading and then I'll do the guidebook just for the sake of getting to share it. Deck sees itself as something that brings me home to me. That's what I see in this Lover's card. It sees me as the 2 of Wands, being ready, making plans, a little impatient. And our work together is the Ace of Cups, into my feelings, teaching me to hold my feelings and not be afraid of them. And I just got an idea, but let me read this first. So let's look at the guidebook for the deck sees itself as the other. One of the greatest risks we take and richest rewards we gain comes from the agreement made to form relationships with an energy outside of ourselves. We choose the other, a glimmering mirror shard from which we finally see the reflected truth of what we're capable. Holy cow, what a card. It sees me as the 2 of Courage. I don't guess I need it. Oh, it's over here. Nope. Aha, here we go. Sees me as the 2 of Courage. An energy that matches and amplifies our resonance appears at our side, moving in parallel as we navigate our path. So we do this together. And then our work, what that work is the Ace of Intuition, the Ace of Cups. Energy from the void is the realm of emotion, an upwelling of divinity, creativity, acceptance, and love. Accept this gift as it's always been meant for you. Okay, so this is what just came to me, friends. Are you ready for this? I am not a super pairer. It's not something that I do a lot, but look what we've got. Look what is going to be this deck's best friend. Like, I am almost nervous putting these two together. Friends, we have the Depths Tarot and the Death Dua Oracle. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is visually, this is stunning. The world with magic. The Ten of Swords with the moon. Oh, so looking at depths with calcination and what happens if we dig down in the depths and we find these places that are tough and hard and we have to fight to get through, but trusting what's underneath that calcination. The Seven of Cups and this beautiful true will. This is where I want to stop because this is amazing. The Teacher of Gratitude and Ritual. All right, well, I know what I'm doing for the rest of my day, and it's going to be playing around with these two decks. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of the absolutely stunning Depths Tarot. Let me get this out of the way so I can show you again the box cover. I cannot thank you enough, Johnnicky, for bringing this deck to my attention, because it has just taken like all available words from me, which is a sign that I should go. I hope you all have a lovely day. I know what I'm doing the rest of mine, and I'll see you soon.